Sharmel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with this faux loc tutorial. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you're not, you should. Snatched by Sharmel. I did post some pictures on my story of me installing these faux locs over my natural locks, and I got a lot of good feedback. So I love the way that these came out. I am loving this hairstyle. It is very lightweight, very flexible. I don't have any tension on my hair. My locks are completely protected, so I am super excited about this install. But before we go any further, I know some people have like mixed feelings about installing protective styles over your locks, especially in the beginning stages of your locks. So I did want to just touch on a few points before I go further into the tutorial. But I will say that everyone's experience is different, and when it comes to doing protective styles over your baby locks, I definitely think it's a case-by-case scenario. Everyone's experience is going to be different. In 2 days I will hit my 4-month mark on my lock journey, and it's something that I have been wanting to do for a while. However, I specifically waited until I felt like my baby locks had a good tangle on them. And everyone's 4-month mark or everyone's 3-month mark, everyone's 2-month mark is not going to be the same. There's some people whose hair may get a good tangle within like the first 2 months. There's some people who may reach their 4th month mark and their hair they still look like twists or coils. Again, everyone's experience is going to be different, and you have to make the decision based on what you feel is best and healthiest for the current state of your hair. So the second thing I want to touch on is that do your research and try out different methods before completely jumping all the way in and fully committing to the style. So I've done faux locs on my loose natural hair so many times, so I kind of already had experience with just installing faux locs. Before I fully committed to a technique, I would try out different methods on my locks to see what felt comfortable, to see if there was any tension, and then once I decided on a technique and once I felt like my hair was ready enough, that's when I decided to do the faux locs. And then the last thing I want to mention is that if you are not confident in installing a protective style over your baby locks or starter locks, do not do it. Although I'm new to the lock community and this lock journey is new to me, and I appreciate all of the input and suggestions and advice when it comes to my lock journey. I really take heed to a lot of the things that you guys tell me. But even with that, I've been doing my own hair for like 15-16 years now. So overall, I'm just very comfortable with my hair. I'm comfortable with touching my hair. I'm comfortable with trying new things on my hair. So if you don't have that level of comfortability with your hair, I do not recommend doing it. You don't want any mishaps to happen, and yeah, once something is done, sometimes they're not always reversible. But if you are comfortable and you feel like your hair is strong enough and your hair is healthy enough to do a protective style over your baby locks, then I'm all for it. Hopefully that's not too long, but I did want to touch on those things before we get into this tutorial. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Like, comment, share, follow me on Instagram, Snatched by Sharmel, and let's get into this video. Alright, so before we go any further, I'm going to be showing you guys the hair that I'm going to be using for this install. So I purchased this hair from my local beauty supply, and it's like they either had enough in one brand but not enough in the other brand. So the brands are a little different. Basically for this look, I'm going to be using a pre-made, pre-looped crochet lock, and I'm going to be using water wave hair. So for the lock portion, I am going to be using the Bobby Boss new locks, and I want these to be kind of short, so I got 3 packs of the 8-inch, and I got it in the colors number 4 and 30. I'm gonna do a little mix of color. And then I also got 1 pack of the Bobby Boss new locks in 14 inches. So this one is a little longer, and I figured I'll probably use these ones for the top so that they kind of meet with the shorter locks. 14 inch is in the color 1B30. And then for my water wave hair, I never use this brand, but it is the Natural crochet hair, and it's in the water wave texture. It is 18 inches. It's in the color 1B30. And then I also have a pack of this Rastafari Bora Bora curl. So this isn't water wave, but the texture, the curl pattern is very similar to water wave. I have 4 packs of my pre-looped crochet locks, and then I have 2 packs of the water wave hair. So to prepare my locks for this hairstyle, I went ahead and washed my hair this morning, and I also did like my oil moisturizing routine so that my hair is nice and moisturized while it's in this protective style. I'm going to be doing like a rubber band method with this. The roots of my hair still get very loose, and I just don't want to disrupt the locking process. So I took my faux lock, and then I basically crocheted a rubber band through the pre-looped part, and I'm basically just going to take the rubber band and tie the rubber band and attach it on my hair like so, and then I'll take the water wave and wrap the hair down. And you can also soak your rubber bands in oil if you want, so that when it's time to come down they break easier and it's not as much tension on your head. So when it comes to parting and sectioning off your hair, it's going to be based on the natural grid of your locks. When I installed my starter locks, I did quadrants, so I'm just gonna kind of follow that as my guide. I'm also going to be doing about 2 locks per section, just because, like, as you guys can see, some of these ones right here, I don't feel like they're strong enough to hold one lock by themselves. I'm gonna be using some of my aloe vera gel to smooth out my parts. And so then I'm gonna take one of my faux locks, and I'm going to use the rubber band to attach the faux lock to my natural locks. And you want to make sure you tie it tight enough to where it's secure, but not too tight to where it's uncomfortable. And when you're done, it should look something like this. And so I'll just show you guys a couple of more times on this process. Alright, so now I'm going to take some of my water wave hair, and it's in 18 inches, so I'm going to cut this in half just because I'm doing shorter locks, and I'm pretty sure I will not need the entire length. So I'm going to take one piece, and I'm just going to fluff it out, and I'm also going to stretch it. Then I'm going to fold it about this much. And then if you've watched any faux lock tutorials, I'm just going to wrap all of that hair. You can go all the way to the bottom of the faux lock, or you can just go until you pass your natural hair. It's all up to you and depending on what type of look you're going for. And then once I run out of hair, I'm just going to tie off the end. You can use nail glue, you can use a lighter. I find that just tying it off in a knot works pretty well too. And there you have it. Well, I recommend sectioning your hair off and applying the crochet locks before wrapping them, just because this is not like loose hair to where, you know, you can part it and make your sections how you want it. You're working with pre-sectioned hair, and so I went ahead and applied all of my faux locks first, just so that I was sure about how I wanted my parts and everything to look. And at first I was being a little anal about trying to get my parts super straight and cleaned up, but it started to get annoying, so I kind of just freestyled it, just was grabbing pieces, and in the end it came out cool. But yeah, just some things to think about if you are going to try this style. And like I said before, if you've done a faux lock hairstyle before or seen a faux lock tutorial, the process is pretty much the same when it comes to wrapping. So I'm just wrapping the water wave hair to cover my natural locks and to blend in with the crochet locks. And my natural hair was a lot longer than I expected, and like I said, I did cut this water wave, so I did have to kind of go in and feed in some extra pieces at the end just to make sure that it covered all of my hair. I didn't have to do this for all of my locks, but some of them I did have to go in and add extra hair just to make sure my hair was completely covered. And like I mentioned earlier, I did purchase a pack of 14-inch in the new locks, but they ended up being way longer than the 8-inch locks. So after I finish tying the water wave hair, I'm just going to palm roll it, and then I'm just going to cut that lock at the desired length that I want. And then I'm gonna palm roll the bottom again just so that it kind of seals off and it doesn't unravel. And that was it. Honestly, I could have used all 8 inches. The 14-inch was way too long. I'm finished installing everything. I'm just going to apply some foam. This foam is from Cantu, and I'm just going to take a couple of pumps and apply it liberally throughout my head. Alright you guys, so here is the final look, how it looks after everything is installed, and these came out a lot better than I was expecting. I was tripping at first, but I'm happy with the result. I can't wait until my real hair looks similar to this. But so for the Bobbi Boss new locks, I only used about 2.5 packs of hair. Again, I have 81 natural locks, and I did 2 of my real locks per faux lock. There's some areas where I only use like one of my locks, and I only mainly did that for like fullness in certain areas. If it was looking a little gappy, I would kind of install it on one lock. But yeah, I used 2.5 packs of hair. Each pack has 16 pieces. So yeah, that's that. And then as far as the water wave hair, I still had a little bit of that hair left over. However, I did use some other hair that I had in the color number 27 just to add a couple of highlights, because the 30 and the 4 were kind of blending together, and it wasn't giving me like the highlighted look that I wanted. So I did mix in some 27 of some other hair that I had. But if I didn't use the 27 hair, I pretty much probably would have used all of the water wave hair. The length of my hair and the length of these faux locks, 2 packs was enough for the water wave. It's not heavy at all. It's very lightweight. They're still kind of stiff too, so eventually I will get like a hot towel and just run it over the locks to loosen them up. I'm not going anywhere tonight, so I'm not gonna do it now, but probably sometime tomorrow I'll take a hot rag and just run it along the locks to loosen them up. I think that's pretty much it for my main talking points. If you have any questions, of course leave them down below and I will do my best to answer them. Alright you guys, so that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm thinking about doing a takedown video to show you guys how to take these out without like damaging your real hair. So if you want to see that, definitely let me know down in the comment section. But that is it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Snatched by Sharmel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.